movie last night?
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's good. There were a lot of things in there that I never paid attention to before.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I didn't remember.
Really paid attention to the story.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it just looks cool, you know, but I never paid attention to the story.
Oh, it's good.
Especially the stuff at the beginning.
I know. I can never remember any of that.
I knew that.
Good morning. We watched The Fifth Element last night with Lilu, and we were talking about how there's so much about that movie we didn't remember
or ever pay attention to,
or like the storyline.
Yeah, this is so visually cool.
Like I didn't remember how she even got there, and it's because they got that little part of the body, you know.
When I was growing up, I was as a teenager.
So cool.
The only thing I remember was Mila Jovovich in a strap dress.
I know, she was just hot, and everyone stopped thinking after that.
And then everyone would be her for Halloween. Right?
I don't remember anyone dressing up like that for Halloween.
Yeah, that was like a really popular Halloween costume.
Well, I bet, because she was naked.
Yeah, because she's the fifth element.
I think it's because she was naked.
And being naked is an advantage on Halloween in terms of like attention. You get more attention.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna do arms day. This shirt was a normal shirt before, but now with the belly, it's a cropped up. Haha, I'm joking. It was a cropped up all along.
It was cropped up the whole time?
It was a cropped up. Just extra crop now.
Does that work? Okay. All right, we got everybody. What's up, crew? Okay, this is going to be a really fun day. We're going to pump out our arms. We're going to bust our guns. Hell yeah, we bust our guns.
We'll do a little conditioning at the end.
We'll do some conditioning at the end. So we're going to do 4 different quick supersets. And what it's going to look like, each one is going to be a compound movement into an isolation movement. So we're going to do pull downs into bicep curls, presses into press downs, low rows into bent over curls, and then some Arnold press into skull crushers. And that'll be kind of like the hypertrophy part. And then we'll get some fun conditioning at the end with Camille, and she'll make our heart rates nice and high. Does that sound good, Cam? Okay, that's a yes. All right, let me move this camera so everyone can see.
It's Friday.
Things are going slow.
Thursday is like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but Thursday I feel like I just get hit by a bus.
Thursdays are hard.
And then Friday I'm like, one more day before the weekend, but then I still work on Saturday, so.
So let's get these guys stripped out, Cam. Okay. So here, we'll take the weights off and we'll get some space. Okay, and you can do this together. With fives.
Right better?
Oh,
It feels better today.
Yeah, it was pretty. My back has been getting really tight just from sitting, I think, because I spent so much time in the house sitting. All right, so move over. So first thing we're going to do is just stretch out our arms. Do what Cammy does. I'm just going to follow her.
My back always crack when I do this.
Oh, yeah, it's going to crack there. That's, I don't know. If it doesn't hurt, it's not a bad thing, I guess. A release. So when your back cracks, it's nitrogen in the joint. Isn't that weird?
Let's do some
oh, yeah.
head circle, because we always just look down at our computer.
Oh, I feel like I don't want to look down anymore. Oh, just pull my chin back.
Other way?
I like to hang upside down, I think. That would feel nice. You know, like we have that inversion table at home, Cam?
I miss home.
Yeah, I miss our home. Right. I'm really missing our home.
I know, me too.
Because I was watching videos of training videos in our garage, and I was like, oh, I really miss that piece of equipment, or I just miss training in the garage at home. Not that this garage isn't great. I mean, we really made the best of it pretty fast. We built this gym how long? In one day. We built it in one day. Mm-hmm. And that was mostly just buying equipment and finding. I had to rearrange the garage.
Some wrist stuff.
I had to rearrange the garage. There was a trailer in here that I moved out. And just had to figure out how to balance having the Corvette in here with bringing in a multi-gym and 1,000 pounds of weight. But we worked it out. I had to move those fishing rods.
Some forward
circles. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Some hip sexy step.
Hippy dippies?
Hip sexy step.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this range of motion here is what I need to work the most on. And sometimes I like to go the other way too. Can you spot me on this? Yeah.
No.
Would you just put your hands on my hips? And they're just because I'm worried about this range. I don't know if I can have the strength to do it myself.
No.
Okay.
He said no.
All right, continue.
All right, this one.
Arm across. The old arm across. Oh, yeah. This will be good. We're going to get pumped out today. We'll try to move quickly so we get a good pump. So we won't take too much time between sets, which I know Camille likes. We'll still try to go hard and heavy. La otra vez.
Oh, you didn't do it the way.
I was doing both arms each time.
This is short. All right, let's grab a little weight and let's do some of these.
External rotation. Can I use a band? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Let's use a band, Cam.
All right, if you have a bottle of water at home or a small weight, we'll do some seated, one leg up, external rotation.
Seated
Maybe
one.
20.
Seated.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulder maintenance. A lot of people have asked about your shoulder book.
Good. It's great.
And people are like, hey, I got a bad shoulder and I don't want to pay for physical
Other
therapy. Somebody literally told me, he's like, I don't want to pay for physical therapy. What should I do? And I said, well, if you're not going to pay for physical therapy, then just pay for this, what is it, like a $39 book?
I think it's 49.
Yeah, pay for this $49 book and avoid
I mean, it's a
thousands of
3-month
dollars in physical
program.
therapy bills. The physical therapist is probably $100 a trip.
Yeah.
And they don't even do much.
I know. Well, that's why we did this program, because I was going to PT and I was like, this is not going to get me back to the CrossFit game.
Yeah.
So let's figure out someone who's willing to push. All right, same weight. We're just going to go some high pull.
High pull. You just
And
go
let's do 20.
20 each arm.
Yeah.
Same weight.
The arm.
I feel like a cracking in my shoulder every time I do this.
Is it
This
cracking?
is my good arm. That arm's like, it's a crack and then it's a snap.
That's not good.
Well, I
Now
think
let's do 20.
it's funny how like
Press.
once I get the muscles fired up, everything gets really smooth. Like it actually goes away. I think it's probably just the tissue getting loose or the tendons getting a little bit more malleable. These are overhead press?
Yeah, 20. This shoulder is starting to feel a little better. Good. There's
Yes.
shoulder one.
We're getting there.
You want to do one more run?
No, it's good. I think we're hot. We got plenty of work here, and these sets are kind of long sets too. Good. Okay, Cammy.
All right. We
All
are
right.
starting with.
Bicep, tricep, pushing and pulling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Cammy. We'll show you lots of different ways to do these, right? And we'll give you a lot of variety depending on the equipment you have. But what we're going to do is we're going to superset a pull down with an alternating bicep curl. So for Cam, I'm going to have her seated on the ground, and she's going to, yeah, I'm going to have you go with the band resistance on this one, Cam. And you're going to go with an underhand grip, seated on the ground. I think this one's okay for you. I think you can handle it. Try it out. And so she's going to do 15 of these with a 1 second pause at the bottom. So I'll show you her. This is her, and she's going to superset that immediately with an alternating bicep curl. So here she is. So 15 here, and then 10 alternating bicep curls. Your kids, there we go. Let's see. Nice. And you can see, like, even this band is like pretty challenging. This is our Thunderbird thick band. But if it was too much, you can lighten it up. Or if you had just like the handle ones, you can do the same thing. And the only thing I'd say is like make sure it's kind of challenging so those last few reps are harder. You're getting a good 1 second pause at the bottom and squeezing your bicep. Nice, Cam.
Can you?
Oh, you're stuck. Gotcha.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. And now she's going to grab, you want the 20s?
I don't know.
You can start with the 10s and build up to the 20s. So she's going to do 10 alternating standing bicep curls where one weight's going to come up and she's going to take her thumb and she's going to turn it as far out as she can and then down and she'll turn the other one out. 10 each arm. 10 each arm. And I'm going to get going on my first set. I'm just going to start nice and light, get kind of warm this first set.
I wish we had a little bit more in between weights.
Yeah.
It's like her jump is big.
You want to eat like a 15?
Yeah, like 15, 25, 30.
Well, when we go back home, when we bring these weights back home, we're going to have a crazy set of dumbbells. Because we're going to have so many. Probably have 20 different dumbbell weights. Okay, here we go.
How much rest between?
More. About 90 seconds.
We're doing 4 sets, right?
Yep.
So we're doing 4 sets of 15 pull down and 20 total bicep curl.
Yep. No yawn. No yawn. 90 seconds.
Not me.
Woo!
Baby.
I'm already getting pumped out pre-workout. Warrior by Nutrix. Is it in you? Are you a warrior? Are you a warrior?
Are you a
Are
warrior?
you a warrior? Yes, a warrior. So it's a little movement redundancy with the pulling and then more pulling or bicep and then on more bicep. So you should be getting kind of like pumped out pretty good between the 15 reps here and then the 10 alternating curls. What I would say is maybe keep the curl kind of similar and bump the weight up on the pull downs as you get harder and harder. Oh, there she is. Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of tension, man. You're impressive, Kira. So how about this? You'll do a full round, and that'll be my rest, and then I'll do a full round, and that'll be your rest.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Got it.
I think that makes it about the right time.
That's what's cool at working with a partner. It's like someone's always working, and it's a way to kind of keep you on track. As long as you don't end up talking too much, which is a problem for Camille. like even her grade school teachers would complain that Camille really likes to talk, and laugh with her sister. I bet when she grew up, her sister and her probably needs to be separated a lot of the time. Where the teacher's like, "Oh no, you guys are not going to be together."
We were never in the same class. So.
Good. They had to separate you, not just in the class, but they couldn't even let you take the same class.
No, they have. Well, my sister, I have a twin, and when you're a twin in school, they pretty much tell your parents to separate you so you can learn to make other friends. Otherwise, you would just stay with your twin type of deal. So many bug bites. But yes, we would laugh. I got kicked out of the class once because I couldn't stop laughing.
I've done the same thing to you.
What?
Keep you out of the gym.
Because I couldn't stop laughing?
As I said, if you're going to laugh, you should leave.
Well, that was just you being mean.
That wasn't being mean.
Yes.
That wasn't being mean. All right, what do you guys think? 60s? Can we get away with 60s on this one? Let's see.
I wish I could have something to know if my baby's okay all the time.
Oh. Oh. Woo, set number 2.
3.
Well, that was set number. Oh, this is set number 3. That was set number 2. Feeling the arms now. Ooh, a little pumpy, a little pumped out here. Good, yeah. Whoa.
That's why you need hold them.
Whoa. I put my weights on top of Cammie's light weights so that she couldn't get them.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to trade the 20 anyway.
I said she's not doing these light weights because I'm going to block her from getting to them. Fooled you. I win.
Totally work.
Totally. My coaching mind games. Oh, you want your light weights? Well, they're at the bottom of the pile there somewhere. Or you could just take those big dogs. Look at that. Between the belly and the biceps.
Yeah.
Like,
making me feel so feminine right now.
I know, but it's like.
I feel like a freaking Oompa Loompa.
You're a sexy Oompa Loompa.
I should dye my hair.
What color? Orange?
Purple.
Or are Oompa Loompas orange? Oh, wait, no. Their hairs are green, right?
No, my hair's purple. No.
Orange face.
Orange face, purple hair. Right?
I think it's green hair.
What color is an Oompa Loompa hair? Is it green or purple? I think it's purple. I'm gonna be crazy. All right, the question is what color is the green hair? One person says green.
What's that?
Someone says green.
Well, I think that someone is correct.
Orange with green hair.
That's what I thought. Orange with green hair. And suspenders, right?
Yeah, you're right. I think it's green. Trolls. I think I had trolls in my head. You're right. They're green.
Trolls.
Orange and green.
You mean Christmas?
We should be Hoompa Loompa for Halloween.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
You know what I miss the most in training?
Oh.
You know what I miss the most ever in training?
What?
Drinking some caffeine.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Some Red Bull.
Yeah,
I think that's the hardest thing about being pregnant is you could drink a little tiny bit of caffeine. I think it's something like 20 milligrams a day. But I just stay away from it because there's like mixed research on it. But I miss my coffee so much.
Yeah.
Red Bull more specifically.
Most specifically.
More specifically.
Oh, that one was hard.
The yellow one's my favorite.
Yellow one of what?
Red Bull is like
Oh, yeah.
tropical something.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's like
so
a tropical
good.
berry or something. The summer one.
Yeah, it's like pineapple something, I think.
Bay Breeze.
I'm not sure what the flavor is.
Goes
It's
great
good.
with alcohol.
Good.
It's good.
It's good.
This is Cammy's last set. She's doing a really good job. She's getting toned. She's toning those arms. She's in the tone zone.
I don't know about that.
Enter the tone zone. There you go.
You want to tell them about the strip club we had in mine yesterday?
Yes. I'll tell them while you do your bicep rolls. Okay.
This is the conversation we had yesterday.
So
because I said
we came up-
it's Disney and then we saw a strip club.
we came up with a theme for a strip club, and we had 2 potential options. Either a strip club where the strippers dress up the Disney theme and play Disney characters, or the Disney characters are strippers. So like, Mickey's like, oh, has everyone seen my phone? I can put a dollar bill on my panties. Or they work together, right? They're like the regular strippers, and then the Mickey characters are in there too. I would go to that.
I would go.
Yeah, I would go. It's magic.
I've never been to a strip club.
Yeah, me neither. I've never been to a strip club. Never. I've never been. Ever. Haven't been there. Ever.
I don't care as long as you don't go because you think I'm not pretty enough.
You know what? Like, compared to you, I really didn't even find those other girls attractive.
You do or you don't?
I said I don't find those other girls attractive.
All right, the superset number 1 done. And I'm going to be.
Right. Last one, best one. Pumping out the guns. Girls with the big dogs. Hell yeah, we bust out guns. Here we go. Dude. Yeah, so now what we're going to do.
You're going to have to give me the weight because I can't, like, I have to. Or should we do it with the barbell?
So,
then you wouldn't have to.
You want to use the machine?
The bench.
Or you can use this. That's easy. Okay, so next one we're going to do is going to be an incline chest press superset with a tricep press down. So for Cam, let's see, there's the bed right there. Or even this one, maybe where Cam's go. So she's going to do very similar rep scheme. You guys all see.
Gosh, my belly's getting so big.
Gosh, our dogs are just the worst dogs ever. Don't stop barking all day. Okay, make sure that stays there. Cool. You guys can see it? No, can't see the bench. We'll get there. Okay, so for Cam, she's going to superset either a dumbbell incline bench, so she could do that. She could do a push-up or a band-resisted push-up. She could do a barbell incline bench. She could even do a push-up with her feet elevated to kind of emulate that incline angle. But the idea is 15 compound pressing reps. So whether it's incline dumbbell bench press, feet elevated push-up, band-resisted push-up, whatever it is, 15 pretty challenging reps. And then we're going to go immediately into 20 tricep press downs with a 1 second pause at the bottom. So the way she's going to do the press down, you guys can probably use your bands for this, is the dowel's going to go through the band. You're going to grab on top of the dowel cam and go ahead and separate your hands just about shoulder width. Now what I want her to do is keep turn this a little bit, keep her elbows pinned to her sides. She's going to extend, just like that.
Okay. Get up here. You lost it, then you
Jackpot. Okay.
Yeah, Al's really good.
Yeah, she's going nuts outside. All right, so that's the complex. Good. We got everybody. All the cameras are going now. Now, if you have like a cool cable machine, what I would do is use that. So what you can do with the cable machine is you can probably load it up with some weight and get 15 where you're going to come down. Try to separate your hands as you come down. 1 second pause. Okay, and you can do this with bands with a partner too. If you have a band partner, just hold the bands. So can I show them here, Cammy? If you were to say like hold the bands with these like stirrup bands, you could do anything from like if you anchored it into a door, you could do kickbacks like this. Okay, so this is a kickback, or Cammy could be my anchor. She would just hold the band right in the middle.
Wait, this is how we do it.
Oh, no, I like this. Yeah. No, I think I need less tension. Okay. Take a couple steps back here. Okay, cool. And then the kickback, I just hinge over at 45 degrees, and it's still a press down, right? It's still a press down. It's still a press down. Okay. So 15 into 20. Try to put that 1 second pause in at the bottom. I'm going to use the tricep rope. Cammy's going to use the band, and we're going to do it on this machine incline.
How much weight should I put?
I think, let's start with like 60. And it's 15 reps. Yeah, like 60. Okay.
All right, you're going to, where's the Oompa Loompa get into this?
Oh boy. You're not an Oompa Loompa, Cammy. If you are an Oompa Loompa, you're very sexy.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my set.
Just got to feel it out. Good. Nice. Now don't even bring just up to my hand. There you go. Nice. But sometimes if you come all the way up, you can actually just rest a little. So I try to keep it just to about a little above 90 degrees. And I'm giving Cammy a target with my hand for how high I want her to go with that. Nice, Cam. You can see, I can feel her tricep really working. And that 1 second pause is where everything on the back of her arm is just squeezing tight.
Bye-bye with going.
And what's that?
I said bye-bye with bingo wing, yeah?
Bye-bye bingo wings.
Bye-bye bingo wings.
Yes, that's right, guys.
Bingo wings, bingo.
Bye-bye bingo wings.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to have my 15 here. And again, like you can kind of build up on the dumbbell incline or the machine incline, what we're doing. We'll just get like lock it in here.
There you go.
There it is. Now we're going to go to the press down. Do this at 20 here.
Those press down always makes me sore. Which is crazy because I'm so good at handstand push-ups.
Oh, that stings. Holy shnikes, that stings. A lot of tricep right there. You kidding me? Bump this down a hair to the next set. Try to get better reps. Again, like you could emulate the incline by elevating your feet. Let's say something like a 20-inch bench or something in a push-up.
Oh, that's harder.
Crushing it. Cammy's crushing it. Let me see if I can get this here. That's a little better angle, maybe. Yeah. Turn it here. Oh, good. We got a lot of folks going on live on Arm Day. So as a coach, I'm looking to see that her elbows are staying tight, that she's pausing at the bottom. The posture too, like I don't want her too hunched over, but nice and tall. And we can see athletes do this really well when they finish the lockout, they'll get real tall to lock out. Nice, Cam. Hard?
For me, because I'm pregnant, all I'm trying to focus on is that when I do it, I kind of squeeze the top here so it doesn't go out.
What do they call that?
Coning.
Coning. You don't want to be coning.
Yeah.
No coning allowed.
So if you're pregnant out there, like, can you always keep an eye on your belly when you're doing movement? And if there's a line here that comes out, try to suck it in a little.
Because the last thing you want is to be an ice cream cone.
Yeah, it's like different because I feel like when you do weightlifting, you're used to kind of be pressing out. So now you kind of want to like keep it in. So that's why I never lean back or lean forward. That's why I'm kind of a little like straight like this.
So is that kind of like
focus on making sure this stays.
If I were to think like, have you ever had to like poop really bad and you can't find a toilet and you're like, oh. Is that like what I'm supposed to do with my abs?
No. But that's similar to a Kegel because you're like squeezing the bottom in. Okay, guys. So don't. That's another exercise.
So don't poop your pants. Don't poop your pants, crew.
I love how Dave always tried to talk about this like he knows what he's talking about.
I know. Well, if it has to do with like bathroom emergencies, I'm an expert.
I know.
On bathroom emergencies.
Well, you seem to like to think that you're an expert in the pregnancy stuff.
Yeah, like I'm an expert in the pregnancy stuff only because.
You've been pregnant before and you have a lot of experience.
I have tons of experience.
I have no experience and I'm first time pregnant. So we are doing 15 press and 20 down, 20 tricep extension. I do think that Dave's goal now, since we're having a baby girl, has become to be the biggest, scariest dad out there.
I want everyone to be so afraid of disappointing my baby girl.
I'm terrified for the day that she brings back a boy at the house and we both think he's an idiot. Huh, Dave?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, if she brings back a boy and I think he's an idiot, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm sure I've done that to my parents, so hopefully she'll make better decisions.
Oh.
Well, I had no real boyfriend before Dave. Dave's my only one.
Ow. Ow. Oh, gosh, that is hard. Ooh, that's what she said. Wow, Cam. That even lightened that up, and that was terrible. I went heavier on the press. If you're going to go heavier in these movements, try going heavier in the compound, just a little bit safer, and then like light but burn out the ancillary isolation move. Let's see. Can I get this? Go in here. It's so hard to prop this camera up. I go like this. Yeah. There it is. Oh yeah, good angle. Great angle.
Just see how I got out of that?
No, how'd you get out of it? Oh, I'm really glad we're winning 4 sets of this. Woo! Good. How was that?
Good.
Do a lot of women have back pain when they are pregnant?
Yes.
So, like, what do they tell you? Because I know, like, if somebody who wasn't pregnant came to me with back pain, I would usually give them, like, the McKenzie back protocol. But if like, going into extension is bad for the belly, what do they tell pregnant women to do for their back?
I know a lot of them use a chiropractor.
Okay.
But it's like loosen up your hip. The problem is that your rib cage is opening, so that hurts your back. You have more weight in the front, so that hurts your back. So you have to like focus on your posture, making sure your hips are staying flexible.
Yeah, so just like hamstring hip mobility. There's a neighbor of ours who's got a red Corvette, just like the one that we have access to, and I think that he thinks that his Corvette is cooler than ours, which isn't, because his Corvette is like maroon and ours is like fire engine red. Obviously,
your dad's Corvette. This is not our Corvette.
Yeah.
Do you hear Seth? You're stalling.
It's the Corvette that we get to drive as part of a quarantine perk.
Yes. Which I'm terrified to be doing it. I'm terrified something could happen to it.
But I've seen him looking at our Corvette.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nope, that's David's weight. That is not heavy at all. Wow. My bad. That was too light. Come on in. Full stack. Come on, full stack. Where you at? Oh, come on, dude. It's getting hard to get this full stack. There we go. That was shockingly light. Okay, here we go. Gary's gonna go like, you haven't even done your set yet. Shoulders back. Here we go. Cam, I accidentally did your weight. It's like, well, that's light.
You couldn't do it.
No, yeah, exactly. I was like, I almost flew off the seat. Okay, here we go.
I bet it didn't feel that light. What's the other one we're doing after this?
What? Ah! Oh gosh! Ow!
I can't.
Right?
I can't.
Oh! Oh gosh! Oh! So pumpy, Camille. Oh no! Oh no! My arms are getting too big. We're going to do single arm row and then a bent over curl. So it'll be single arm row and then a curl just like this.
Seated row?
No. Single arm.
I think I'm going to do seated.
What do you mean? Seated like chest supported?
Yeah, I don't like this.
Okay, well we can also go on we can also do banded low row.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do that. And I'll use the cable.
But you remember the other day we did that and I was like,
You didn't like it on your back?
on my belly.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about like
It was
this.
like a lot of.
I'm talking about this.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what I did with you.
All right, that's fine,
And I
that's
didn't
fine.
like it.
Whatever's good for you. The magic is in the movement. There's a lot of ways to emulate a sagittal row. Gosh, my triceps are blown. Like literally blown out. Yeah, see that? Blown tricep. All right, well, look at that dismount. That's a good dismount, Cam. Oh, you gotta get your stick. If you guys didn't have like a PVC pipe or a dowel, you can also do these press downs just by grabbing the band in a neutral grip. You can do the press downs like that with the band. It's not hard. Whew. Definitely feeling those tries. Tries, guys. Throat tickles. Seasons are changing here. It's been weirdly cold. It's been really crazy cold.
Oh, it feels so good.
I know we're in Florida. It's like 65 degrees, but normally it's like 90 degrees this time of year down here.
I love this temperature.
Yeah. All right, you gonna make me do this now?
Yeah.
All right. My triceps still feel blown out from that last set. You love me, Cam?
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't know if you love me unless I get a kiss.
Do you deserve a kiss?
No,
I don't think you do.
I was bad boy.
You were bad this morning.
I was bad boy this morning. I got mad. The monster came out. Go away, monster. Yeah. I can't get my arm out. Okay. All right. Ready? Arch. Shoulder down and back. Here we go. Oh. Oy. All right.
All right.
Press down. This one really stung last time.
Okay, well, let's go.
If you can help me when it gets hard, you just pull down on the rope, but watch your finger. Here we go. You're around the ball. Ow!
I did all the work for you.
You look awesome. Good set. That set was way better than the last one I had to do all by myself. All right. So let's get creative, crew.
Row and what was the other one?
We're going to do a combination. I'll show you guys here how Cam can do this. I'm just going to remove my seat here. So we're going to do a low row. There's so many different ways to do a low row, right? The only thing that matters is that you're pulling in the sagittal plane, not vertically, but back towards your body, right in front of you. So you can do this
from 45 to minus 45.
Exactly, right? So you can do this as a low row. You could do this as single arm rows. We're going to do seated double arm low rows. You could do it as a chest supported row. But it's a sagittal row, a good heavy. Cam is going to go 15 with a pause. And she's going to use the band with the dowel. And same deal. Let's switch the grip up because a lot of what you did in the first group of pulling was underhand. So she's going to go overhand grip. And the first one was a little bit narrower. So I'm going to have her go wide for these, just to give her variety. The band is going to go nice and low. Don't touch my butt. And ooey. She's just going to stick her down, I guess. Whew. This is a fun exercise. So we're going to superset that low row with a bent over curl. So for the bent over curl, I'll just show you what it looks like on this bench. You have options when you do it. I'm going to tell you, Cam is probably going to do it. It's kind of like the easier option, which is to be seated, and then you're going to prop your elbow on the inside of your knee, and you can perform your single arm rows right here. Same deal, like squeeze at the top. If you don't have a bench, just bend over, and you can do them like that. That's another great way to do it. For her, because for her belly, I probably don't want her to bend over that much. So right here, she can support her weight on her opposite leg. That's the way she's going to do it. I'm going to do the cable row. So you may or may not see me grunting and working, but you'll see me here on the curl. I'm trying to get my pump on. Cool, Cams?
Yeah, let's put the... Oh, do you want me to sit on the floor?
Seated on the floor. And, you know, another way you could do this, too, and this is cool if you wanted to try it, instead of going with the dowel, you could use the handles and the bands. And that's a really good, cool way to do it. I'll let you try both and see what you like better. Because that's one rule. It's like, Cammy wants to do what Cammy wants to do. So I'm going to give her the option to pick which one she thinks feels better. So she can try either one.
Just like,
you like the dowel?
Pretty much using what I think it's the hardest.
Yeah, I like the dowel personally. I think the dowel
it's easier to squeeze at different place because you can only really have your hand at a certain bit.
Yeah, and are you able to? Is that good? You did? Good. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do this with my V handle. I'll come on inside here. Inside.
Bicep.
So 10 each arm, and I would say you can try it with the 20s. That would probably be okay for you. If it's too hard,
you start with the 10. You
can start with the 10s. Don't make Cammy do anything she doesn't want to do. That's rule number 2.
But you're mean, we might
sometimes
be able to.
I have these adventurous ideas, like I'll see a pillow online, and I'll go, Cammy, look at this pillow, like we could totally use that pillow for stuff. Like, I even know what to do. I'm talking about a sex pillow.
You're so annoying. This bend is too high for me. Can you see it?
Yep.
This is too high. Like falling forward.
Now I'm going over to my bent over curls. We start my first set light just to kind of feel the movement. I always like doing that in set number one, is just kind of doing like a systems check. Like, how's the movement feel? Especially if you're ever dealing with injuries. Good. Opposite one. Good. All right. Woo, take your time, Cam, take your time. 90 seconds between these. So I kind of started while Cammy was finishing, so she's probably got about 30 more seconds before she's going to go. So next set, I think I'll try to bump these up to 60. That'll be pretty potent. But now that I'm familiar with the movement and everything feels good, I think it's worth it to give it a shot as opposed to just being aggressive right off the bat. Oh, you throw a little extra pause at the end here, Cam? I saw that.
Whatever.
Unstoppable power.
Can I put my feet on your dumbbell?
Do you want to?
Because it's too low. My legs.
Yeah, I don't want it to slip on you. But yeah. Can you bend over more?
I don't want to.
That's fine. That's fine. You look like AC Slater in the opening credits by Saved by the Bell. When the teacher pops a test, I know I'm gonna miss it. My dog ain't my homework last night. Pow, pow.
So in Canada, we don't have Saved by the Bell. I guess we have our own version.
It's called Es Saluda.
Oh, no, it was called What the Dow.
Es Saluda, Mrs. Bliss.
It was called What the Dow.
Etudiant de Miss Bliss.
It's such a bad name. So cheesy.
My turn?
Yeah, so cheesy.
I'm getting a pump now.
Oh, man.
This is good. I've been waiting for this pump.
Saved by the Bell. And we got saved by the Bell.
Okay, here we go. Bent over curl with the big dogs. I'm so fit. I'm so fit.
You're big. I don't know about this.
I'm so fit.
Trying to get fit
I
again.
did a workout yesterday and I was pretty fit. I ran.
Like me?
Yeah, I ran. You see me run?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't even stop.
I think we were running about the same speed.
No, that's not true. I was running so fast. I was running so
You were
fast.
so fast, David. You were
I
so
was
fast.
so fast.
You were so good. You were so slow.
Oh, that's heavy. That 60 is heavy.
Well, you want it to be big or not?
Oh, good.
Well, then let's go. Be big. Yeah, let's the heavy weight.
Do you want to compete in bodybuilding?
I think that was like after my training for the CrossFit. If you want to make CrossFit, keep going. Say goodbye to the bell.
Oh, mamacita.
How many did we do? 2?
Ooh.
Starting 3, right?
Yeah. That was my camera's so fucked up.
You're wet.
My camera's pointing in the wrong direction. Sorry, guys. You couldn't even see what's going on. I'm so sorry. I had the camera just pointed in the wrong direction. So there's Cammy. There she is.
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not how I'm supposed to.
Now you can still see. Okay, good. There you go. Blinded by the light. Don't look like you can see. Middle of the night, but blinded by the light. Thanks, Cam. Oh shit! She's got the killer eyes. What do you call that position? Scarecrow?
It's the.
Oh, ISO hold.
It's a motorcycle ride.
You're right. Oh my god. It's fun to work out with your wife. I feel like this cures all of our problems.
We'll see.
We were arguing pretty hard this morning, but I feel much better now.
Because you went somewhere you know you're not.
I went to a dark place, which is okay as long as you realize you're going there and you can redirect yourself. Everyone goes there.
But I don't accept it.
I consider myself to be like the hero of your story. You know, like, you're the hero of my story, but I also know that I'm the hero of your story.
It depends on what scenario. But we do help each other a
Well,
lot.
the sex story. We were saying that we were talking about moving our house and how much stuff we have, and I was going, I think we have 3,000 pounds of gym matting alone.
Oh, yeah.
Gym matting. Like, let alone the gym. We have 3,000 pounds of gym matting.
I don't ever want to think about that stuff. It's stressful.
Oh, at least, because each mat is 100 pounds. We might have 5,000.
We have a lot.
I think we have 50 gym mats.
We have a lot of math. That's
These
for
are 3/4 inch horse stall mats that are awful to move.
Landed by the light. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you sound like Andy Bernard.
I was Andy Bernard.
You're the Nard dog.
Ruff, ruff.
Here comes treble.
Here comes trouble. Landed by the light. When you do your something, no one. Oh yeah, we can see you a bit, okay? Landed by the light.
Ah. Ooh. Here comes treble. So fit.
You're gonna call this one too?
I'm so fit.
You get so out of breath doing this stuff. I can't even.
I'm working hard.
I can't believe it.
I'm working hard here. All right, come on. This weight's fucking heavy.
Well, you want to be big or not?
Oh.
Yeah, I want to be strong and lift the heavy weight.
Oh, God. That is fucking heavy. Okay, here we go. I don't know. She is so annoying. The neighbors are going to kill us.
Go put her in there. Bark if she's there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's hard. That weight is hard. Ooh, I'm getting hard now. All right. At least you get a little pumpski on. You guys on Instagram, I think we're about to lose you, so I'm going to stop the feed and then I'll restart it. If you want to keep watching the workout, I'll stand by. I'll take care of you guys right now. Oh, man. And we had so many questions. Just a heads up. That spin curl with the rollers closer. Brutal. Yeah, it was brutal. Okay. I'm live. What's up, Anarchy Nation? Cammy's coming back. So this is this is Muscle Anarchy Arm Day. It's a cool bunch of hypertrophy bodybuilding work stuff. We kind of usually do it with a conditioning workout, but today's session is going the full hour, I think. So, yeah. What's up, crew? I got one more set left. Cammy's got one more set left, and then we're gonna finish with some shoulder presses and some skull crushies. So, yeah, arm day in full effect. Feel pumped. Can't wait to eat.
Last set?
Last set, best set. I'm glad Cammy took some rest because that means extra rest for me. Extra kit rest for Cammy is extra rest for me. Okay. Well, there you go with that. Look at you. Show you guys Cammy. Look at her going. She's getting it. These are all supersets of compound movements into isolation movements. And they're correlated with pushing and pulling. So, for instance, the first one was underhand grip pull downs into alternating bicep curls, 15 incline chest press into press downs. This one is low row into bent over curl. And the final one is going to be overhead press into skull crusher. So it's a way to kind of pair.
One more?
Yeah, if you want to get that last one.
Do the workout.
Okay, we could do some pressing in the workout then. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Totally cool. Totally cool with that. Yeah. And it's only we've been going for a while. It's only 1:06.
I know, that's what I wanted to do.
I think we got we started late, I think.
No.
Or we just been going.
Normally we just do two things.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we could totally do that. And what we could do is
I know what we're doing.
You know what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're gonna do knee elevated handstand here and push press and run.
Okay.
Or bike if you want.
Okay. Blinded by the light. Build up like a big suit in the middle of the night.
And done for me.
Yay! All right, I'm gonna chop my hands, get this last set in, and then we're gonna do some pressing in the conditioning workout. Finish it off.
Yep. Blinded by the light.
Build up like a deuce. In the middle of the night. Woo! I like these combos. They're fun, you know, like.
Yeah, I like this.
It's kind of just like when it's all isolation, sometimes it gets a little bit boring. But I still feel like we're working pretty hard with the compound stuff.
I like this.
Are you able to do a seated press, like seated on the ground? Or is that too much on your belly? Like a Zaxman press? A Z press?
I think so.
That would be
I
cool.
don't have to do.
So we did some press yesterday.
It's fine.
Okay. Oh. All right. Last one, best one. That's where I'm going. Come on, Dave.
That movie was so good. If you guys don't know what to watch at home, watch The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element was good.
It was so good. I'm so impressed by how good like the costume are. They're so like ahead of time. Yeah, ahead of the time. It's so good. Like you have to remember that they did this movie a long time ago. I don't know the date, but the effect, everything is so good.
Oh, yes. Yay! Okay, Cam. Now we're going to do rowing, biking and pressing. Is that what the combo is? And people have the option to run or do burpees. What about step-ups?
It's not cardio enough.
Not cardio enough? Okay.
Okay.
Right. So you take it. You take it away. You're the commander.
We're going to do 10 handstand push-ups. I'm going to do knee elevated here, like this. Or you can go on the floor with your butt elevated like this. So we're going to do 10 of those into 20 push press. So 20 with the dumbbell or the bag, just use your legs. 10. So 10 into 1 minute of cardio. So the 1 minute of cardio is going to be either, because I don't know what you guys have access to, either a 200-meter run, 50 jumping jack, or 10 calorie on the bike.
Okay.
And we're
maybe 15 on the bike. 12 to 15 guided around.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
So whatever.
So everyone's got different capacity.
Exactly. And we're going to do that for 12 minutes.
Okay, cool. Now, is it cool? I'll do handstand push-ups and I do like seated arm press.
You do what you want.
Okay, cool. I like it.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
So we're going to go for 12 minutes, and I'm going to start, and as soon as I'm done with one of my movements, Dave is going to start. So we're going to stagger each other.
How long is this?
12 minutes.
12 minutes? You're crazy.
I'm crazy.
You're crazy. That's a lot of minutes.
Oh, I erased my timer the other day. I shouldn't have done that. All right, so home, 10 handstand, 10 push press, 200-meter run, or 12 minutes. Middle
of the night. Middle of the night.
12. You ready?
Ready.
Are you starting?
No, you're starting. Let me just get my weights over here.
Okay, we're going to start in... Gosh, such a big belly.
Your belly looks awesome.
Okay.
I think it's really pretty.
Good. All right, get yourself set up. We're going to start in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. So you guys, this is a good compliment because we wanted to get one more pressing movement in or tricep movement in. So this pairs really well. You're getting two birds with one stone. You're getting some conditioning, and you're just cashing out the triceps. Having said that, try to make it hurt each round on the pressing. So you're getting something. You might get 5 rounds out of this. So try to make it hurt on the pressing. That's it. That's
you said everything you wanted to say there.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what Cam said, I just said everything I wanted to say. Well, for my folks who are jumping into this.
Oh, you're so annoying. Let's see. Or both of her computer tilted. All right, we're gonna start in 10 seconds. For 12 minutes.
You want me to move the bike so you can, so they can see?
I think I'm gonna do one run, one run bike.
Okay. That's fine.
3, 2, 1, and go. And go.
Here's the bike. There's the bike. There she goes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, baby. Let's go until she's done here. Oh boy.
When?
That looks pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 2 pressing in a row.
Yeah. Pressing on pressing, guys.
Little run
So
for
a
me.
little fatigue. So what I'm going to do is when she runs, I'm just going to start with Arnold press. And I'm going to get some good shoulder work in here. This is higher rep stuff. So I'm going to go a little bit longer. See if I can hold maybe 15s or 20s here. It went down. Give me one set right there. Check it out. See when she comes back, I'll start on the bike. Ooh, the resistance was high. Doing it. Running?
A lot of weight to carry. A lot of weight to carry now. So 10 of these, 10 of these, then 1 minute cardio.
Boom. There she goes. Going to the Arnold press again.
Are you doing new pressing?
So I'm just doing one long set of Arnold presses. So just keeping it nice and simple and going. And high rep shoulder
That's
work.
you were doing faster than me.
No, it's just getting long sets in. It's good to have like a minute to recover between the presses, you know? So it should be at 5 or 6 sets. Oh, high rep Arnold press. Switching it out.
Take
your time. There's no rush here, you know what I mean? There you go. Trying to get 15.
Woo! That hair is rough.
Good. Crushing it. All right, all our best. Let's get another. Try to hit these with good tempo too. Nice and smooth. Oh,
My turn.
Danny's turn.
We're halfway through.
Should I go 1 minute or just stop?
Huh?
Should I go 1 minute?
Sure.
140.
And done.
Okay. Whew. Now. How many sets of press have you done? 4? 4 sets?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, we have 3.5 minutes left.
Really?
Last one for me, I'm pretty sure. 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay, come on now. Let's get it. One more good set. 75. 75. Good reps. Good shoulder volume. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. All right. Relax.
Whew. We have 1 minute exactly. Here we go. Last bike. Last minute. And we're done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Whew. That was good. Yay! And done. Good job, Dave.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to do a little Q&A. So if you guys want to put your question in.
Q&A, QBAs. You get a Q, we'll do an A.
Look at the bottom. There should be a little question thing. Ask your question there, so that way we can share with everyone. And it's easier for us.
You can move that over here, Camille, and sit the bench up. So
I see an Alice Lipson with a thumbs up.
She likes the cues.
I see an Alice Lipson there with the little thumb up.
She likes it. Mama Lipson. I think my mom is like,
Alice, send us a question. Make it super inappropriate.
Sometimes people will be like, hey Dave, I'm like your #1 fan, and I'll be like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
My mom is my #1 fan for sure.
Yeah, she is.
She is the best. Like she's like a cartoon mom, you know, like super mom. She set the bar high, Cammy.
Yeah, well, but both of our parents set the
bar high, which is a good example to us, but also probably a little bit of pressure.
All right, let's see. How do you gauge proper intensity while pregnant? That is a good question. I think, like for me, I started way more conservative than what I think I could do, and then I just I was drinking 1 second ago, and then I just increase or decrease depending on how I feel. But there's just some stuff that don't lie. So if you're ahead of
like
her,
your hips don't lie.
My hips definitely don't lie, obviously, because the baby happening. If you're ahead of her, if you feel nauseous, if you go too out of breath, you can wear a heart rate monitor. Try to keep your heart rate at 130. Normally, that's a very safe zone.
You do so good running. I'm really impressed that you were running. You know, like I think running was something Cammy was like a little afraid to do before.
Well, at first, yeah.
Yeah, now I think she's gaining some confidence. Because I thought,
it feels fine now.
just be careful, because if you run too hard, the baby could just like fall out.
Well, so I run more on my toes.
Yeah, run on your toes.
So I run more on my toes, so there's not as much bouncing. Yeah. But, I mean, intensity will bring them to be like 50, 60%. So it might look insane when I go, but for me, it's really nothing. Trying to open the question.
Nobody's typing questions on mine. Type in questions, guys. Not in the scrolling comments, but in the question mark box at the bottom of your screen. I know it's confusing. It took me a second to figure it out, but at the bottom of your screen.
When is Mother's Day?
Sunday.
Oh.
There's a question mark.
Okay, my question to you guys: am I celebrating Mother's Day this year? Like, because the baby's still in. So
I don't think.
Does that count?
I don't think that. I think Mother's Day is celebrating a lot. All just women who we're caregivers. So do you have to be a biological mother to celebrate Mother's Day?
But
No, I don't
definitely,
think so.
but if you're a mom.
Yeah, if you're a mom, but like, I think it's just celebrating.
No, but I'm just wondering because I am about to be a mom, but I don't know. Am I part of the moms group already?
I don't know.
Like, that's my question.
Listen, you're already taking care of your baby, right? Like you're already taking steps to take care of your baby.
For baby.
Yeah, so you're a mom already. I mean, like.
All right. Dave says I'm a mom, so I'm expecting something from Dave.
Yeah, exactly. I know what to get Cammy for Mother's Day. It's pretty easy.
I got a good comment here.
What?
I think it's irresponsible that you're training while pregnant. Comment from a guy.
Oh.
Coming from a guy that know nothing about pregnancy. Thanks for that, buddy.
Well,
Gosh, people.
Well, it's not wrong to say like if you are going to exercise, you should exercise responsibly, and it probably is.
And most research say that it's healthier for your baby to stay active.
Not just that, it's healthier for you in terms of staying healthy through the pregnancy and recovering after the pregnancy, because it's fitness, right? And fitness is a hedge against sickness. So you don't want to let your health markers slide, or especially in pregnancy, like potentially become diabetic because of gestational diabetes. So
that's the biggest thing now that they're showing a lot is like having your heart rate go up and all that. Well, pregnant, obviously you don't want to be out of breath.
Yeah, and the baby is growing.
It shows that it really helps the baby have better like themselves, like cardiovascular development and all of that as you are pregnant. So staying active is kind of very important. Also very important to have less risk of having diabetes or giving your kids what are called genome. Is that
I think there's even stuff about eating healthy to help the baby avoid things like type 2 diabetes.
So for example, like there's a lot of research that is coming out right now about like as you're pregnant, for example, even though you have a terrible lifestyle, when you're pregnant, you can like change that DNA by being super healthy while you are pregnant, and then your baby is going to have those type of effects. So even though you can have been like super unhealthy all your life, if you're super healthy during the pregnancy, you're giving your baby like its best chance for themselves having better habits and things like that, which is super interesting.
Think about this, not specific to pregnancy, okay? Well, let's use pregnancy as the example. The baby's growing. The mom is growing. There are lots of growth factors in Camille's body that's helping her gain all this size. The biggest one being insulin-like growth factor, which has a tight correlation to type 2 diabetes when insulin-like growth factor goes up. These are people that struggle with diabetes. So by her helping control her blood sugar through diet and exercise, it's a way for her to stay healthier and to hopefully recover quicker after the pregnancy. It only makes sense, right? I mean, it's not.
So if you're a guy and you have no doctor experience, shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you pissed off the champ.
Pissed off the champ.
All right, here I got a question.
Take your negativity somewhere else.
Negativity. Oh, 4 questions. Here we go.
Oh, I got a lot of questions now.
Oh, Cam, I got drugs questions. Let's answer the questions on drugs.
Great. Okay.
SARMs. Get huge with SARMs.
Oh my God, this is a good question. You're gonna love that one.
What is it? Oh, let me answer mine first.
Okay, and then we'll answer this one because that's such a funny one.
This person's asking about SARMs. For those of you guys who don't know what SARMs are, they're selective androgenic.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you with
selective androgenic receptor modules, and they're being marketed as a substitute for steroids, and people will say things like, it's steroids with all the benefits and none of the side effects, which is a lie. Okay, that's not true.
So why
SARMs are peptides which help signal the body to perform specific functions. One of the big things that are unknown about SARMs are like, what are the long-term effects? The effects are not the same as exogenous hormones and steroids. They're probably more minimal, and there's actually some scary stuff about what they could potentially do in terms of tumor generation and cancer generation that they've seen in mice. But the biggest risk is that people are selling SARMs on the internet because it's not regulated. So if you are interested in this stuff, and I'm not saying do it or don't do it or whatever, but I'm saying if you are interested in this stuff, do your research and start with a doctor that specializes in peptide therapy, get blood work, and then have it monitored so that you're getting it from a compounded pharmacy, so you know what you're getting is what you're actually getting, and you're not getting something full of arsenic or heavy metals or something that can fucking kill you. And so go to a doctor, get it from the right place and monitor it, and just be aware of what the risks and reward is, because everything has a risk. Everything has a risk.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of preventative medicine, of functional medicine. So you might not start there. You might start with like diet and supplementation and looking at your hormone panels before you just go and start buying SARMs off the internet, because I think that's probably pretty dangerous and irresponsible.
I feel like that stuff is terrifying, because you hear like people getting stuff in gyms and left and right, and they don't know side effect, they don't know anything. That stuff is dangerous if you're not using it like Dave used stuff for right now fixing his body. It's not like for performance.
Yeah, so
helps your performance.
So as an example, SARMs or peptides, I'll use a peptide called BPC-157, which is a healing peptide, and it reduces inflammation in the body. It helps you heal, and it's kind of like, in terms of the way it makes me feel, it feels like taking a couple Aleve. Like if my shoulder's cranky, I can put BPC-157 directly in my shoulder, and when I wake up in the morning, it feels way better. This also has total effect on health and longevity, because it's reducing total inflammation in your body. So if you train like Camille and I, and you're beating yourself up, and you have these chronic degenerative conditions like a bad back or a bad shoulder, this can be helpful. But I don't get BPC-157 from Joe Schmo in his basement in South Carolina. I have a doctor that prescribes it, that gets delivered from a compounded pharmacy, and that continues to monitor my blood work to make sure everything is going okay and that the juice is worth the squeeze, right? And I love peptides because you're not just putting exogenous hormones in your body that can suppress your own ability to produce them, but you're just enhancing your body's own ability to produce more itself. The same thing with, say, something like HCG, which is a testicular stimulating peptide, which helps your testicles reduce atrophy. It helps your testicles produce more testosterone. I mean, it's minimal, but it does it. And we use that as a fertility drug to be able to help get Cam pregnant, to be able to produce more sperm. So, this stuff it's not pseudoscience, but if you go to the bro science for it, you're really playing a dangerous game. Go to a doctor that knows what the hell they're doing. And the best doctor we know is this doctor from out in Boulder, Dr. Elizabeth Here, who runs
She's
the
one who helped us with all the fertility stuff.
She helped Cam with fertility. She's helped us with our injury. She helped me after my back surgery. She helped me after shoulder surgery. And all she does is try to get you. It's not performance at all costs. It's getting you to a point where you're increasing. She's a big fan of trying to create centenarians.
Yeah,
people that live 100 years long.
She's amazing because, for example, because I want to give you guys all the information about her. Especially, I know a lot of women are reaching out to me about fertility. But she's from Boulder Longevity Institute. Yeah. Her name is Elizabeth Yurt, and we both work with her, and we both work with her at a complete opposite way. Where for me, everything is natural. Everything is trying to optimize like my vitamins and everything in my body, obviously because I'm competing at a high level. So I can't do drugs, and my conscience just can't go there because you spend all your life doing everything naturally. I just can't really wrap my head around going there. But Dave, at the opposite, had to go the route of supplementing with harder fertility drugs and harder things. So
even let's say
she's pretty amazing because she can go both ways depending on how and what you want to do, and where you stand with this type of stuff. Because for me, like they said, you have to do your research, but just seeing side effect of a lot of the things people are taking, I just can't wrap my head around it.
She treats aging like a disease. She believes aging is a degenerative disease that can be halted or cured, and it's pretty interesting. And they have such great knowledge that I think people tend to associate drugs with cheating, right? They're like, it's a performance enhancing drug, you're cheating, but not really, because there's a lot of things you can do that are not banned substances that if you do them right with the right doctor in the right way can give you huge benefits to your health, longevity, and performance. And if you're someone like me that doesn't compete in CrossFit or some tested
if you're not
event,
competing, do what you want.
Like for instance, I told her hey, I want to compete in a bodybuilding competition and I want to get my muscles to grow. What can I do? Well, she was able to prescribe me PEG-MGF, that's muscle growth factor, a peptide to help signal more hypertrophy in muscles. She was able to give me CJC1295, a growth hormone stimulating peptide. Now, obviously, it's not the same effect as steroids because the effects are kind of marginal, but you're still optimizing in the most healthy, natural way that you can. And for me, that's the line. Is like when it starts taking away from my health and longevity, that's the line that I draw, that I'm like, hey, I'm not into it because that's not serving my bigger goal.
Bottom line, go see her. She's amazing.
Yeah,
she helped us in both are complete different ways that we needed, and we're pregnant right now.
Yeah, and there are lots of great clinics like this. There are great functional medicine clinics and preventive medicine clinics that do this stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find one. All right, what's the most difficult part of your pregnancy, Dave?
The most difficult part of my pregnancy?
Yeah.
I think, honestly, it's paying attention to Cam's needs, because I think sometimes I get so wrapped up in emotion of trying to worry about the big stuff, worry about the finances and the safety, and just making sure that Camille is safe and taken care of, that I forget to give her compassion and just attention as a husband. So I think that's the challenging thing for me, because I'm just so worried about keeping her and the baby safe. That's like, everything else to me is like, it's not important. The one thing that's important is keeping Cammy and the baby safe and fed and healthy. And that's number one. And sometimes I think I tend to forget to just be just like a loving husband, because I'm just really wrapped up in the big ticket items.
And all me and baby needs is love.
Exactly. I forget that.
We just need him to be there.
But then every once in a while, I'll just put my hand on her belly. I'll cup her belly and I'll talk to the baby, and everything is amazing, I feel so much love between the three of us that it's a great place to be. I just, I think that's who I am as a person.
Okay, I have a question here. Are you taking any supplement while pregnant? Can you share the info? So right now I'm...
Let me get this weed question in a second.
Oh, okay. So right now I'm not doing much supplement or anything. So I'm doing obviously the prenatal vitamin, and I'm just really trying to make sure the food I'm taking is good, trying to eat a lot of salmon, because the omega-3 is supposedly, with all the research, really good to develop the baby's brain.
We're doing athletic greens, and Cammy takes an FNX product called FNX Reds, the red antioxidants. I was gonna get there. Yeah, that's just those are not specific to pregnancy.
No, those are not specific to pregnancy. So I do take my red from FNX, which is just a bunch of vitamins type of deal, and I'll do BCAA still, which is just branched-chain amino acid, and I still do whey. Because it's just milk and powder, so there's no nothing in that.
It's also, that's a nice way to kind of keep your blood sugar lower, and have a light meal without lots of carbs.
Yeah, so having a lot of protein right now is super important, because you're more prone to diabetes while pregnant. So definitely bump up the protein. Also, the protein is your building block. So help build the baby the right way. And but at the beginning of the pregnancy, one supplement I was taking was called progesterone, which is a hormone that you produce as a woman, and it helps to make sure that you can hold on to the baby. So that's something I really didn't have at all in my body. And the problem when you don't have progesterone in your body is that you're about pretty sure that you're going to miscarry.
Well, I don't know if you could say it's going to happen, but there's an association.
It's very, very high chance, because it's literally what helps you hold the baby. So at first,
develop the placenta.
No, it just holds the baby, keeps it in place.
It's a little spider web.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
I'm not sure how it works in the body, but when we were trying, it wasn't working, and that was the main reason, because I would be 2-3 days late, and then I would get my period, which means that the implantation did happen, but I couldn't hold on to the baby. So that's what Elizabeth really helped me with, is that we figured out together that I had no progesterone in my body, and I would go to other doctors, and they would be, oh yeah, we're gonna have to put you on all those hard drugs, and get ready for the IVF and this and that. And then with her, we figured out this one thing, and then we got pregnant maybe 2 or 3 months after that.
I think another thing that helped Cammy get pregnant for both of us was just not worrying about getting pregnant. You know, like the stress of like trying and feeling like you're failing. We said like, hey, let's just put this off till next year, and we'll take these steps to try to get ourselves right, and whatever happens, but let's not stress about it yet. And it just happened. I don't know if Camille
I did not feel like that because every month that you're trying and it doesn't happen, it's a little heartbreaking.
When you put pressure on yourself, it creates stress, and it's like.
But you need to understand that, like, for a woman,
I know, I get
that
it.
is your thing. Yeah. It's like that's what really makes me the most a woman is that I am supposed to be able to get pregnant, and all your life people are like, if you don't protect yourself one time, you're gonna get pregnant, and you like legit don't know if you can get pregnant until you try, and then you don't know if you're the person who has problem or not, which ended up I had some problem.
I think you have to have faith, and I know that Camille and I prayed for it a lot, and we took all the steps that we should to try to give ourselves the best chance, and that's all you can do. And
but I know, I want to make sure people know that there is thing that you can do,
because
I think often you feel paralyzed, and if you don't have the right information, like it's even more frustrating because
getting a good doctor, and a good doctor that can help counsel you too.
Yes, which we're very lucky. So Elizabeth was amazing. All right, one more question.
Here's a fun question. It's about marijuana, which I'm a fan of. So is Camille.
I missed that too.
She's not smoking, she's not doing any weed right now. But the question is, what's your opinion on weed and working out? Now, I don't know. I want to call it weed. Let's just call it THC and CBD, which are
we don't just smoke a joint.
Yeah,
like,
THC are the psychoactive ingredients in the marijuana plant, cannabis, and CBD has a lot of the anti-inflammatory health benefits, sleep benefits. So let's do it like where it can fall within context of a training program or just for general health. I found that like the THC CBD blend really helps with recovery. Taking it before bed at night to get deep sleep and to reduce inflammation in the body.
2 for 1 or even 10 for 1, where like the CBD much higher.
This is not something.
A tiny bit of THC.
This is not something where we don't smoke it, but we'll do sublingual droppers under the tongue. We'll do these gummies, and I'll actually use, like for instance, when I was prepping this year, I would use CBD transdermal rub on my knees because of the
CBD rub is awesome.
Heavy cardio volume. I put it on my shoulder. So it was really effective for that. I have heard some stuff about like, and I never tried this before, but
we have some friends that
we have some people that do it when they work out, but they don't do it like when they're lifting heavy weights. They'll do it for like steady state cardio, so they can just like zone out and be okay with like, steady state cardio is kind of like a low grade uncomfortability for an extended period of time. So I think it's the kind of thing where you could just go in the zone and just be there. Be safe, obviously.
I don't know.
If you're running in the street, maybe don't take weed if you're running in the street. But if you're like on the elliptical or just walking on the treadmill or just in a safe place where I could see the potential benefit. But the biggest benefit I see is just for recovery after training.
I've never done it, obviously, during training because I'm so focused. I need to be so focused. But some people, it gets them really focused.
Yeah,
for me, it's just like my brain is gone.
I think what I found is like, I don't think marijuana or the right type of marijuana, like to say like sativa, for instance, which is a little bit more stimulating than like indica, which can just make you fall asleep. I feel like that allows you to deeply immerse yourself in like singular thoughts. So, like, for instance...
Only if it's a little. If it's a little, it gets super focused,
I've done this before when I was writing, and I've done it the right way and the wrong way. So some ways I did it, and I'm, like, writing, and I'm going, and I'm like, this is brilliant. And I wake up the next morning, and I look at the computer, and I'm like, what is this? This makes no sense. And there are some times where I've really been able to zone in and just focus in. So, I think the danger with that is that it makes it hard to multitask. So, obviously, like, if you're operating, like, heavy machinery... and you have to like scan the road and keep your eye on the odometer and look at changing lanes. Like that's not a good thing. But if you're just like focused on one thing or reading a book or writing something, I can see how it could potentially enhance your ability to perform and focus.
I have no idea. I know a lot of fighter microdose on mushroom. But that's another story. I've never tried that either. But there's a lot of stuff out there. Just stay safe. Be smart about it. All right. This is it. This is it for me. I think this is it for Dave too. We've been here for a long time.
How many nutrition clients do I personally have? Right now, I I have 23, but I'm cutting down.
All right.
So,
See ya.
so we have our nutrition coaching program. It has
all right. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Where you get your numbers and bi-weekly check-ins, and you get